Hello, yeah. Things are going as they are supposed to, which is always good. Like that. Oh yes, we didn't have a spare one in the bank. One thing there. Put that up. Poisons, darknesses. Everything good. We even have doses in the blessed flask this time. And yes, it is puppy time. Hello, Ryan. One thing that I most probably should mention for the future is that I'm on vacation from my real job right now. And I will be for next week as well. So the stream time during this vacation has been starting at 4 p.m. Finnish time. But my normal stream time during work, normal work schedules have been every other week 17:30 Finnish time starting, and then every other week has been night shift week. So that has been at various points of time to start. Most oftenly very early, like 1 or 2 p.m. Finnish time, and then it's been like a very short stream, like half an hour to an hour. I thought that's something that you need to know. Know and be aware of. Oh, my Revo bar. I don't have enough Revo slots. That's why these skills were so sluggish. Summon pet. My little cat will bring all my drops to me. So 4 hour streams until you go back. How about no? I will not be able to do that. The normal stream time, what I've done is 1 hour during normal stream times. And that was like my maximum at the time. It did take some time for me to be to get used to these 2 hour streams, but I've quite well gotten used to that. So if 2 hour streams are gonna be the new normal, then I will be absolutely happy with that achievement. I can't do several hours up an end. It's not something I am able to do. That's what I learned about the one time that I did do 4 hours with like half an hour in between. There was way too much there. I was then scared of 7, 8, 9. Okay, I've heard it as a why 6 afraid of 7, but sure. When he gets love having their forehead gently stroked, that is true. That is true for all our cats. Uh-oh. Come on, Corp. Got it. Limp words. have no idea what's happening with my stream manager on Twitch. It says I have recently ran ads, even though I haven't. Or then it could be just the fact that there's been pre-roll ads that's been played by someone joining, which is why it's reacting like that. You know, the big chat box that you have on your stream, is that necessary to have there for you to read it? Or can it be on one of your other screens? It's a bit of an eyesore as a viewer. You mean the chat box here, right? Can you hear about? Because yes, it's an absolute necessity to have. As in, it's a necessity to have it, not for me and not for you. It's a necessity to have to increase viewer interaction. It gives an illusion that I'm very much reading chat that's happening, and it's more of an a psychological thing for a viewer to see their own name on the stream, more than it is anything else. And that gives a positive environment for the viewer to engage in, and it increases viewer retention by playing into the psychological field of a human mind. That is why it's absolutely necessary to have a chat overlay on stream. There's no other necessity for it. Yeah. It doesn't work like that for everybody, but many people have a lot of like hidden away narcissism, and that's what it like engages with. Uh-oh. Is there a way to make it look better maybe than like neater and not so stream take over heavy? It actually is, but I will not do it, make any changes for it right now. The reason is that I'm heavily depending on cues from the chatbots like that, and many of those can be quite long. Like for example, what it now looks like on the stream with @Michael1 which is blah blah blah. That takes a lot of space. Some suggestions for improvement. Although, I guess I could make the font smaller. But then again, if I make the font smaller, the space between the letters, aka the gameplay that's on the background, right here between the letters that would be invisible if I make the letters smaller. Twitch chat box where the R is chat boxes, but then I wouldn't be able to do my webcam. And like this, I wouldn't be able to do my webcam on this place. And if the viewer can't see me, that's another thing that heavily plays into the psychological factor of the human mind. You want to see the person you're speaking with in some sort of way. I know cell phones are a thing, and telephones from the very beginning didn't have any sort of a video appliance to them, but many calls these days are done by video calls. Webcam in top left. I suppose it's that is an option. I've sort of always tried to have my camera placement somewhere where it sort of looks like that when I look straight at the screen, then my camera is looking at my face in a sort of way that looks like on the stream that I'm looking towards the center of the gameplay. So that would come with a new camera placement, and the cord to my webcam isn't that long. It wouldn't really look good if I had my webcam, placed here. Because most of the time I would be looking like this, or many times, which is me just looking away from the entire gameplay. You understand? And if I'm looking at, if my picture view model anything is looking away from the thing, then it doesn't look very interesting. And if my stream doesn't look interesting, it will not be interesting to you as a viewer either. I am very heavy on using psychological little tricks and things to my advantage. Is there a hole in your shoe? No. Then how you get it on your foot then? Dead chat not today, however, stream. Okay, that sounds like. That sounds like a band. Then, sorry, accidental climber, you do not get to advertise your shady businesses here. It is an advertisement-free zone of shady businesses. Okay. Although, if I did place my webcam here and properties, no, filters, plus come on, not that. Enhance sport. Nope, not that. Remove. Spot rate. Render delay. Scaling is. No. I can't find settings on how to flip the image in reverse, like a mirror image. In that case, it would be absolutely doable to have my image right there on the place. But I can't find the place or how to do it. The mirror clip my webcam feed. Okay, not that much. That was a slow kill. Cat's brain is biologically more similar to a human brain than it is to a dog. Both humans and cats have identical regions in their brain that are responsible for emotions. Today was just a quick try. I gotta drive to Scotland now. Have a good stream. Good luck with it. Well, drive safely, I guess. That sounds like a long drive, but I don't really know. I don't know where you live, but it sounds like a long drive to drive to Scotland. And take care of your missus. It's about 4 hours. Yeah, that sounds like a longer drive. It's double the distance in time than we drove to the spa. At least. Catch you later too. Have a nice one. What do you call a nervous javelin thrower? Shakespeare. Okay. I don't even have that one. Why? If I didn't have my auto-retaliator enabled, how did any of my things even start to begin with? That don't make no sense. One. That and that. That's it for the flask. And more to do. Yeah, my AFK kills are definitely slower than they usually are, just because of the book change. What if I statue spec and warn? Let's see. At least my hit chance is at 100% that way. Ow. Smack. Why am I taking so much damage? Yeah, my book is definitely the problem. Seems I need to switch my book back. Well, I will do that after this hour. But now I know not to take the Underworld Grimoire here anymore. Which will mean no more legendary pet either. Cats should not be fed tuna exclusively as it lacks taurine, an essential nutrient required for good feline health. Make sure you have a proper pet supplies to keep your cat happy and healthy. The fastest duck recorded was a red-breasted merganser, which achieved an airspeed of 100 miles per hour. Sip of that before it runs out. Ah, of course. Weapon poison and darkness. Something was off. And nobody said nothing. What's the worst thing about ancient history class? The teachers tend to babble on. Why was my hit chance at 85%? I had statue spect the thing. I am overloaded, I had statue spect and wound. At least I think I did. Well, now for sure. Yeah, there's the wound. And there's a statue spec. And smash. That's we are at 7 stacks of affinity to melee. And it is at 100% now. And Joe, what did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K? HDMI! You have the statue spec again. Yeah, we're not getting below 30 seconds with the Underworld Grimoire. Ow. one of these. The S in Harry S. Truman did not stand for anything. White berries. All the nice drops. Except for the uniques. Sip of that. Some dad jokes. Or not. How do the trees get on the internet? They log on. Why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock? Because it's a little meteor. Obviously. More desert goat horn. Sip of prayer potion. Queue up stature spec. And spawn. Come on. There we go. Another thing could be to actually take the extra kill here and spec with it once. And then switch back to the spear. But that would require effort. What do you call a fly without wings? A walk. The cat who holds the record for the longest non-fatal fall is Andy. He fell from the 16th floor of an apartment building about 200 feet or 600 meters and survived. That's a long ass fall. Poor little kitty cat though. Sip of that. Rune bolts. Perhaps like that. Yeah, that's more natural. At least it feels like it. Come on. Wood ducks eat acorns. In a study conducted on captive wood ducks, The birds preferred willow oak acorns over acorns from other oak pods. Okay. Oh yeah. I renamed my little cat Nibbles. Oh no. There we go. 100%. Pure up the spec again. And spawn, thank you. Oh. Next spawn, please. There we go. Let's have one of these. What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe. Where does Fancy like to go for lunch? Chick-fil-A. Okay. Stone spirits. Cats have 3 eyelets. When possums are playing possum, they are not playing. They actually pass out of sheer terror. Okay, that's good to know. Here we go. And there we have it. New reservoir, new half an hour. Or actually just 24 minutes, but anyways. weird hiccup on the kick side of things. Nothing on the Twitch side and nothing on the YouTube side of things either. That's alright. And next spawn. I said next spawn. Thank you. My boss told me that he was going to fire the person who, with the worst posture. I have a hunch it might be me. Today a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. Okay, there we go. Mahogany wood spirits. First ones of this hour. Sip of that. Cure up the things. And start the fight again. Ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. I see. In 1940, a US Fish and Wildlife Service biologist observed the large concentration of ducks surveyed from the air on Cudahoga Lake in Louisiana. He claimed to see as many as 8 million ducks. Sixteen shields, 11 elixirs, not a single sigil. At 1366 Corp kills. Sigils don't exist. They never have, they never will. There are approximately 100 breeds of cattle. Cannonballs. Nice. Actually nice. Young man is so old that she knew Captain Crunch while he was still a private. More tuna potato. Weekend has awesome things. Yes. Today's stream is not gonna be a long stream at all. It will end with this instance. Unless for some reason a whole lot of people just suddenly burst into bosom on this stream. Doing boats. Alright. Don't trust animals, they make up everything. Well, Lawrence. I'll take that. There's always use for those. There we go. There's always next kill with Corp. If you don't get your sigil, the first kill, or the second kill, or the shit ton fucking 11th kill, you just might get it on the next one. Come on. Well, here we have it. Okay, now then. Nah. Just more toad back seeds. And rest in peace, Hardcore Iron Man. those green dragons be brutal. A cat sees about 6 times better than a human at night. It needs 1/6 the amount of light that a human does. It has a layer of extra reflecting cells which absorb light. City ducks have a different accent than country ducks, typically louder. That's a mystical fire staff. Thank you. Sip of that. Queue up the spec. And start the fight. New dose of poison and darkness. Why is it always hot in the corner of a room? Because a corner is 90 degrees. More gems. Gems and small amounts of GPs. Hello. There was fire from the transmission tractor. Turns out I didn't put enough shifts. Import routes. Then next. There we go. Any drops? Just the mystic staff. You up the spec for the next kill then. Well, a regen bracelet, obviously. More law rooms. Right. Overloads. Smuggling a cat out of ancient Egypt was punishable by death. Phoenician traders eventually succeeded in smuggling felines, which they sold to rich people in Athens and other important cities. Another region bracelet. Why do scuba divers fall backwards into the water? Because if they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat. Alright. And this here. Have one of these. What cheese can never be yours? Nacho cheese. Come on then. Could we have anything at all? Alright. I need to complain. Corp, you're not dropping nearly enough sigils for me. I already have almost 1,400 kill count and I have 0 sigils yet. Lousy piece of work. That's how you actually get it. I just had to complain a little bit. And that's how it's done. Oh boy. Yeah. If you're here watching this, you owe me now a follow for that. You can't read scripture that. Write that, I should say. But it doesn't matter. This stream is still gonna end in 3 minutes when this instance expires. Yeah, I need to update this one. New. There we go. Save that as current log. That. Yes, I would like to replace it. You need to give me another one. I have almost 1,400 kills and yet only one sigil. Okay, that didn't work quite as well as I hoped, but whatever. We still had a sigil. That's log ration. That's more than we've had in a long time. Let's have one of these. 2 peanuts were walking down the street. One was salted. Or salted. Rather. Uh-oh. Oh. I see. Lifesaver kicked in. Well, that concludes today's stream. If you like the stream, please drop a follow on the channels, in the link tree, join the Discord for easy updates on whenever I go live on all my uploads. With that said, I will be doing a raid on the Twitch side of things. I will be ending the TikTok side live stream first right now. Alright, let's find someone to raid then. Danny RS. Let's do that. I'll be live again tomorrow. Thanks and bye-bye.